Hello everyone, welcome to my beautiful channel here. My name is Magnet and today we are going to fly for milestone 1. Let's get started, okay? Rosenheim Castle, the red hall to the sky terrace. A sparks shot and flames spread throughout the red hall, a small shadow ascended the spiral staircase to the sky terrace. I am the one who reached the top of the castle first. The girl, who appeared no older than a child, spearheaded to the assault of Rosenheim Castle and was the first to arrive at the highest point of this keep, the sky terrace. The girls, alert and aware, struck a defensive pose and quickly scanned her surroundings. She held her breath as she surveyed the terrace. Prior to the assault, the girls' party had received intelligence that the sky terrace was unguarded, and that the object of their pursuit was secluded in the terrace. Inheritor of the fable passed down by the creator and the heiress to the throne. Reveal yourself, Princess Shelfie Rosenheim. You know there's no escaping from this. The girl's sound reverberated throughout the empty terrace. There was no response to the girl's command, but she maintained her guard. Despite her appearance, the girl was an experienced hunter. She moved towards the center of the sky's terrace. Her short stature producing silent steps, precise and without waste. She has to be here, somewhere. With nothing inside, the girl began to question the credibility of the intel. Doubt overtook her, and she put her hand to her right ear and spoke aloud. Hey Xian, can you hear me? If you can hear me, respond. I guess she's still preoccupied. Our intel was wrong. The target is not here. Nobody is here. The girl relaxed her guard and took a long deep breath. The girl proceeded further into the sky terrace, towards the balcony. There was a solid wood dining table at the center of the balcony, which overlooked the castle top below. A beautiful embroidery was wrapped over the table. There was several large dining chairs perched underneath. It's constructed from solid wood and handcrafted with impeccable detail. The table and all its amenities were works of art. Every object from the dining table to the decorations strategically placed throughout the sky terrace screamed of wealth. Perhaps overcome with envy, the girl proceeded to correct a top or dining chair at the head of the table and nonchalantly flopped herself into the seat. A strange sensation shot through her small frame, a sensation that could only be described as one of grandeur. At the head of the table overlooking the castle town below sat the girl, her upbringing a complete contrast to the six previous occupants. The absurdity of it delighted her. Slam! The uncouth commoner placed her boots onto the now showing embroidery covering the table, long black in the dining chair, and relaxed her eyes. Whose seat was the girl sitting in? Who could be so fortunate enough to be born into such privilege to be allowed a seat so splendid? These trivial thoughts bounced around in the girl's mind. The owner of the chair was a little significant, because they had since abandoned the chair, fleeing in fear for their life as the castle came under siege. Royalty. If I could eat on a table like this every day, I feel right and royal too. The girl peered down onto the castle tower from the balcony and saw the street engulfed in flames. Beautiful, the tower just glowing. After her sarcastic soliloquy, the girl noticed something as she left the seat. Another girl stood at the entrance from where the first had entered. Mistress Harry. The girl addressed as Harry responded to her subordinate's greeting with her special gesture of acknowledgement, an impassive wave of the hand. You enjoy sitting seat, Coco? Asked Harry of her compatriot, Coco, in a deadpan, almost intelligible manner of speaking. Not at all, mistress. Mistress Harry never appears unnerved by anything we do. Coco suddenly thought to herself. Coco's compatriot parent, Harry, appeared no older than Coco herself, graced with a youthful look but stunned with a child's height, while Coco appeared overly belligerent. Harry appeared to exude an aura of harmlessness at first glance. However, her foes were also deceived by her aura of harmlessness. The hem of Harry's cloak was dyed from black to damp crimson with her victim's blood. I'm surprised you made it up here without tearing the hem. Harry tilted her head at Coco's comment, puzzled. An interior question must seem to flow over her head. Coco made no sense. Why ruin a good cloak? No reason to rust. No rust? If you didn't notice everything's on fire, that's plenty of reason to rust. Thick smoke and the stain of blood pollute the air. Shrieks and explosions echoed throughout Rosenheim Castle. Even though Harry was at the center of the destruction, she was deaf to the orchestra of oblivion in the background. Task near completion, no rush. You do have a point, but Coco was at a loss for words, defeated by Harry's simple retort. Target? Where? Oh, right, the target. Well, she's not here. I guess Xian was misinformed. Xian reliable. Even Xian wrong. We obey sister orders. You mean orders? Orders. It was normal. Harry often communicated through expressions and gestures rather than words. Harry's mannerisms were simple, frank, and left little room for interpretation. Where else could the target be? I'm pretty sure we made a 2-hour sweep. Plan B. Search and destroy. This will take a while. I'm gonna go crazy from searching the whole keep. Funny. Coco made a distraught face at the thought of Plan B, a sight that entertained Harry. Harry took slight joy in seeing Coco's distraught expression. Sure, line it up. Plan B it is. Let's speed up and do a 2-hour jet of the east and west winds. I'll take the east wind. Blink. What's wrong? Recall shadow soldiers for escort. I'll be fine without them. My 150 shadow soldiers have already decimated most of Rosenheim's warriors, so I'm not counting on encountering anyone. What's the matter, mistress? Don't let overconfidence cloud your judgment, stated Harry in a sharp voice, her words connected and well-formed. Everything's gone according to Sister design so far, but you may ultimately need those 150 shade soldiers. Understood? Shuddered Coco, standing straight up like a student before a teacher. It's never bad to expect the unexpected. That's all I meant. Scary. I didn't expect to hear a safety lecture come from her. Bystanders could never comprehend the force behind Harry's change in speech. When Harry would speak more plainly about things she felt more strongly about, a difficult task for someone with a speech impediment. Logical, seeing that she only just recently began remembering her vocabulary. Even with her limited vocabulary and lack of situational awareness, Harry was in no way unintelligent. Coco, Harry's subordinate and partner, understood this. As they sped up, a voice rang out in Coco's right ear. Coco, can you hear me? Oh, Xian. Yes, I can hear you. How things on your end? They are dead yet? I float and seal the first, second and third floors with my mana, so yeah, they are dead. And unless their reinforcements start raining from the sky, there's no way for them to breach the gate to the keep. But get a lot of this. I just finished offing these two guards, right? Seriously, they were total pushovers. I think I get more of a thrill from killing these snoozers in my sleep. Says the person who volunteered to guard the rear. If you want the action, you should take the lead. Taking the lead. So, how are things going on your end? Fine, change the topic. That reminds me, you got some explaining to do, Xian. You said the princess was in the Sky Terrace, but she's not here. Huh? She has to be there. You checked the balcony already, then score the flames until you find her. I know already, alright? I'm gonna be sure from all this tomorrow. A tour aspect of the terrace won't kill you, Yaman. Says you, Xian. Why don't you come up here instead? Stop wasting time and get going, Coco. Finish this already. Lay up, bitch. I gotta admit, knocking this nation up its foundation took a lot less effort than I imagined. I know what you mean. The indestructible reputation of Rosenheim just didn't live up to reality. Some symbol of the Magna Creators Alliance, huh? The fact that Mistress Milano took an active role in the attack probably had a lot to do with how easy it was. If I had to guess, oh, who cares? The mistress is so unorthodox. I have no idea what she's thinking doing this. Have some faith, Xian. It's not like Mistress Milano could have done this on her own without us. Actually, I personally think she could have single-handedly destroyed Rosenheim without us. If I had to describe the mistress in one word, it'd be thrilled. You got a point. Alright then, I'm going to go secure and shield the remaining floors now. I hope you find the target soon. Xian out. Coco out. Mistress Harry and Xian made everything sound so simple. Am I the only one who's feeling a little worried now? Kill choice, the both of them. I was doing just fine without them too. As Coco turned to make her way back to the Sky Terrace, a flash of light shot out the corner of the east wing. Coco reacted a moment too late. What? The head of Coco's staff was slightly up. My staff? Coco's staff was made from a lightweight alloy. Not especially known for its durability, but still metallic. The edge of a common sword might nick it, but anything shorter would even leave a mark. Coco's eye was focused on the weapon's tip as it passed by her head, digging its way into the stone wall before coming to a full stop. An invincible knife, a nice dagger, a Magna Creator knife. Coco thought through the possibilities. Whatever type it was, she realized assessing her assailant to President. Who goes there? Show yourself. Out from the darkness and into the light emerged yet another girl. A servant to the royals, Coco thought. She wore a purple cloak over a tree-colored tunic, both made from fine silk. However, what immediately drew Coco's attention was not the quality of this girl's clothes, but the crest which shimmered around the collar of her cloak. The crest reflected her rank in the Mana Crater's alliance, a dual crater. The fact that the girls couldn't have been older than 20 shocked Coco more than the translucent knife that had been flown at her. Ritona Renhasta. Coco didn't know it, but Ritona Renhasta was royal guardian to Princess Shelfin Rosenheit. Where were you hiding this whole time? What are you after? Why do you seek me, lady? Asked Ritona, having intentionally ignored Coco's question. Knowing that she would not receive a satisfactory reply, Ritona concluded that learning any information regarding the enemy's objective was of the utmost importance. Seek me, lady? You got it all wrong. Listen, we haven't got a flank. We're only here to brighten Rosenheit it up, literally. Now, whether or not we decide to set you on fire is completely up to us. Got it? You're all at our mercy. We're in control now. If you want to leave, then you better liven up and tell us everything we want to know. If you don't talk, I'll kill you, simple as that. Very well. And judging by your attire, I'm gonna guess you're a servant around here, right? You wouldn't happen to know where Shelfin is, would you? I do know where she is. You do? Great. Let's do this then. You tell me where she is, and I promise to spare you. You will? And if I refuse? Well, obviously, if you don't tell me, then I'll kill you. Duh. Aren't my demands very simple and motivational? Are you trying to get on my bad side or something? Has the smoke gone to your head? Is your brain too fried to comprehend the situation here? I'm starting to lose my patience with you. The next thing out of your mouth better be Shelfin's location or Princess. What? You sure address me, lady, as Princess Shelfin, you disrespectful child. The infernal blazing in Ritona's eye melted away her cool and collected demeanor. I do know what it is you seek to gain from committing regicide, but you should submit yourself before common courtesy and address the Princess of Rosenheit by her proper title. Your utter disregard from Milady's official title is evidence enough for your lack of morality. Huh? The time for talk is over. Duel me. That's the only way you imbeciles know how to conduct yourselves. You will learn common courtesy after I thoroughly discipline you. Didn't you hear a single word I said? You think you can duel me? You think you can beat me? Are you out of your mind? Who cares if you are dual crater? You can't beat me. Your stupid Mana Crater rank in the Alliance doesn't mean a damn where I'm from. In God, in an instant, both Mana Craters began gathering their purified mana. Whoa, two interior of light slowly materialized and revolved around Ritona, causing Coco to stand on. They began augmenting their mana with the surrounding mana, preparing for battle crave. Gradually, a torrential mist of colored mana began revolving around Ritona. Ritona had initiated the incantation interval, which gathers together both colored and purified mana. This resulted in an already overwhelming display of her mastery of Firo and Terra Mana Crate. Also, Coco had originally thought what materialized from Ritona's extravagant display of colored and purified mana was a translucent bladed weapon, which most Pyro and Terra dual craters can create if they are inclined to melee attacks. You got my hopes up with that free light show, and that shows all you have to show for it. However, it was no ordinary blade. A crash. It's a crash show. You are out of your mind. What of it? You're nothing but a crash crater. You have a death wish or something. You really think you can defeat me with that riddle blade? Enough chatter, child. Let us commence our duel. Keep it up, you big bitch. Just you keep it up. Call me a child one more time. I dare you. I double dare you. You think you can stop me, grass creator? Is that what you think? Well, you're dead wrong. As Coco concluded her declaration, she slammed the tip of her staff twice onto the ground, causing a glowing triangle to emerge at the base of Ritona's feet. She's casting a rage on the crate. Instead of engaging me in the melee combat, I'll make your passion as painful as possible. Arise. Triangle incineration. Silence covered the east wing, followed by a pillar of fire shooting from the glowing triangle to the side. To sluggish. Ritona escaped the trap, landing squarely behind Coco while running the tip of the shore along her back. Ha! Coco reacted in an instant, leaning forward while kicking hard at the ground to move away from Ritona. After landing at a safe distance, Coco quickly assessed her wound, but where is it? What the? The wound was nowhere to be seen. The agonizing sensation of sharp claws craving through her back gradually didn't dissipate. How did you? Coco realized then how the wound had vanished. At first glance, Ritona's sword would only appear to be made from glass, but it was in fact a little weapon of unusual craft. This glass sword is actually crafted from Jasinian ore. It's often mistaken for flame glass, a Jasinian sword, an ore capable of creating the sharpest edge known to humankind. It really did, but it's almost impossible to forge. Refining the ore without breaking it is impossible, but it can be done. My mastery of Pyro and Terra Manacrave allow for the creation of Transcendent weapons, though it takes some time. Why would you bother crafting a sword out of this Transcendent at all? Don't you think forging a sword out of an alloy would be easier? What difference does the material make, so long as the resulting edge weapon serves its purpose? That's your reasoning for crafting some weird double-edged sword. Double-edged weapon? In fact, why are you even dueling me with a sword? It makes no sense. You are a little slow on the uptake, aren't you? My battle crave force is in melee combat. Ritona leaped in an instant. Coco knew she would be outmatched in melee combat, so she tried to gain distance over Ritona. Arise, my shadow soldiers! Coco slammed the tip of her staff into the ground once more. The shadow from the staff stretched to the nearest wall, from whence shadowy warriors began to emerge. Coco summoned four of her shadow soldiers. They quickly surrounded and trapped Ritona, leaving her no room to escape. This girl can summon shadow soldiers, the very same ones that attack our castle. Be careful, she's a slippery one. Cut her down before she uses that sword on you, and make sure she doesn't come anywhere near me. Coco raised her staff again, spreading a glowing wave of mana into the air. The glowing halo of mana wafted towards and encircled the four shadow soldiers. May my wisdom of Pyro and Terra craft unbreakable chains. Slam. Coco's staff made contact with the ground once more, and the halo of mana materialized into a steel chain. How can she create and manipulate that chain from a distance? I need to see her movements. With a single stroke of her finger, Coco's shadow soldiers attempt to contain and maim Ritona. Regardless of her entrapment, she continued to bob and weave between the countless wings of the shadow soldiers in terrible long swords. I've got her now. Clink, clink. Coco's steel chain fell over her shadow soldiers, and they used it to bind and trap Ritona. Ha ha ha, there's no escape this time. I'm gonna enjoy watching you die. Coco and the shadow soldiers closed in on the now chained Ritona, clasping hands to one another in the shape of a pentagram. And then, arise! Coco's staff and the shadow soldiers' black swords simultaneously struck the ground at 5 points. From those 5 points, a glowing pentagram formed onto the ground where Ritona stood. Pentagram incineration. Another pillar shot towards the ceiling in a flash, while a triangle was caught into the stone ceiling from Coco's first attack. This attack punched a pentagram-shaped hole straight through the ceiling, revealing a full moon floating in the night sky. Woohoo! I burned that bitch to a crisp. What's the matter with you all? It's time to celebrate. Coco's shadow soldiers had ceased to respond to their master beckoning, throwing Coco into confusion. Never forget this sensation. For this sensation surpasses that of steel, spoke a voice as Coco's shadow soldiers dispersed. Yet again, Retona had escaped Coco's trap and made her way around Coco's back. Coco was once more at Retona's mercy, as she now found herself in the tip of the Transylvanian shore pressed against her neck. Even when lightly pressed against skin, the sensation of flesh being slowly flayed was evident from Coco's remains. That's not fair. Brass can cut through steel. It just can't. Something about you doesn't add up. Your skill in conventional combat is rather great, but those very skills are unsuited for it. Your first attack was powerful enough to score stone, and your second attack far surpassed the first, blasting straight through the mortal. But the incantation intervals for both monocrates was too costly. I could have defeated you easily in the time you took, twice. Thus your range monocrate was insufficient in the duel that called for range. I don't need your stupid lecture. Coco clung desperately to her staff, bearing the immense pain of Retona's Transylvanian shore against her neck. Why, when I was so close to achieving our objective, did I encounter this bitch? Very well. Your life is in my hands, but I do not wish to spill your blood. I detest using force as a means of resolution. I only desire dialogue to the end this needless bloodshed. The pain Coco fell from the shore diminished. Dialogue? Coco reacted to Retona's ultimatum with disgust, but in an instant, yeah, you're something else, you know that? Coco reached a conclusion regarding her opponent. She realized that Retona would ultimately choose not to kill her, which brought her to dark delight. You're a riot. Coco sneered and launched the tip of her staff down towards Retona's foot. What kind of idiot would want dialogue with the people who massacred her people? Oh, I know who would. You. Indeed. Compassion has no place on the battlefield, even from a citizen of a kingdom renowned for pursuing pacifism. Even Retona was well aware of this paradox. She knew she could be forced to take her foe's head. Retona resisted, even struggled against the impulse to kill Coco. It was this very impulse that set Coco and Retona apart. Coco was capable of committing murder without a hint of hesitation. You cannot defeat me, child. Your provocations fall on deaf ears. The only idiot here is the one who's still struggling when there's a sword fresh against their throat. Retona struggled against the concept of executing the child. She even struggled against the concept of this child committing mass murder without a shred of hesitance. The concept of child soldiers was foreign to Retona, who didn't know how fortunate she was to be born and raised in a peaceful kingdom. To Coco, Retona's mercy was a childish idea to pursue on the battlefield. It was kill or be killed. It feels like I'm talking to a wall. Your mercy makes no sense to me. Do you know how many of your people are slaughtered tonight, and you want to settle this peacefully through dialogue? How naive can you be? Is it so wrong to take a life if it means protecting someone you can't live without? Well, is it so wrong? We are not so different, you and I. I know you killed to protect your precious princess. Retona gave no retort. She was apprehensive at the very aspect to agreeing with Coco's script. It wasn't like Retona to be rattled by words show. In fact, Retona was shocked into speechlessness, followed by a disquieting silence that befell the chamber. Retona had never let an opponent's words affect her to the point of speechlessness. The unnatural silence that filled the air felt almost organic, as if produced to conceal a shadow which found itself directly behind Retona. Crave Crusher. Retona's transcendent shore reliable through her duel was suddenly reduced to microscopic fragments. My shore is shattered from mana instability. I should have been able to detect this. Case in point, this is my faithful partner, Midstream Harry. We killed to protect each other. Harry reached Retona with her signature hand wave. Create more shadow soldiers. Yet, I will now. I warned you that you would need those 150 shadow soldiers. Great sturdier shadow soldiers. I saw Midstream Harry. What did you do to my shore? Broke kick with Crave Crusher. You can't do that. Mana Crave destabilization and nullification. But how? It should be an impossible feat. Normally, a great deal of time and mana would be dedicated to such a thing. Harry's ability allows her to bypass that altogether. I wouldn't try to understand how the mistress ability came to be. You got more important things to worry about. Just know that the incantation interval doesn't apply to any of the mistress mana crate, but for the rest of us, it does. That just can't be true. It's impossible. Retona ignored Coco's advice and tried to make sense of it. Despite Coco's firepower, the incantation interval required for each cast left her at a disadvantage when dueling. However, Coco's partner ensures absolute defense. They are the perfect sword and shield. The tables had turned for Retona because of the time she spent demanding Coco's surrender. Retona's pursuit for compassion had betrayed her in turn. Forgive me, milady. Stay low to the ground. Okay. With a wave of Retona's hand, the hidden glass wall in front of her chamber's gable fluttered, then shattered. The sound of glass fragments was all that was audible within the chamber, as light reflected on the glass and illuminated the east wing. Princess Shelfin, who had been hidden there the whole time, stepped out from the gable and into the blinding light. It's really Shelfin. Coco immediately raised her staff and began casting an offensive mana crate. However, Retona had already reached Shelfin's side by the time Coco raised her staff. Speedy. Why is the mana around her stirring so restlessly? Incantation interval. Wait, why is she even bothering to use battle cry? 1,000 pardons, milady, but please close your eyes just for a brief moment. Wind slowly gathered into the raging vortex, enveloping both Retona and Shelfin. Coco, get away from there now. The east wind was illuminated with blinding bright light once more. It wasn't the transcendent battle cry she cast before. The light dispersed, revealing everything once again, except for Mistress. What happened? What happened? Where did they go? They vanished into thin air. Okay, I'm gonna end this episode here. Hope you guys enjoy it. Please like and leave a comment if you like. Subscribe for more videos. Goodbye and see you soon.